In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bets for Friday, May 30th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our May 30th MLB slate we got going on. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetSnitchSD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Yesterday we had a day off. But the prior video, we went 3 out of 2. We had the Orioles. No, Orioles didn't win. We had the Brewers on the money line. We had the over in the Padres game. The Cubs did not cover the 1.5. And then we had the under in the Texas and Toronto game. All right, so 3 and 2 on yesterday's video. So finally getting in a positive here. And we're going to stay positive. That's how I feel. So our current numbers are 30 and 26 and 1 now. So we are trying to stay above 500, and we're going to continue that movement here. So over on Patreon, you guys missed out. Posted, if you guys, I said I was not going to put out a video, and if you wanted to sign up for today's plays, you got to click on the link, get connected here. And we were all over it here. Edmonton Oilers plus money here for the Edmonton Oilers to close it out and go to the Stanley Cup. We had the Oilers on the money line, that cash. We had the Knicks minus 4.5, that cash as well. Just because of it, just the hell of it. I threw the boost on minus 9.5 on the Knicks as well, that cashed. And then we also had the under in the total in the game, and that cashed as well, under 222. So we had a fantastic night in Patreon. So you guys, don't miss out. Get connected. Click on that link right down below. You're getting full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to the group chat that goes off 24/7. First game up here in Toronto in Rogers Center. We have the Blue Jays 28 and 28 going up against the Athletics 23 and 24. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, we have the Toronto Blue Jays as home favorites minus 165 with the comeback of the Athletics at a plus 140. Over under set at 7.5. Pitching matchup here for this one here, Jeffrey Springs, a left-hander, 5-3 with a 3.97 ERA, a 1.22 whip. Going against Chris Bassett here, 4-3 with a 3.38 ERA and a 1.32 whip. So this matchup here, very, very pitching friendly, I would like to say. Chris Bassett has been phenomenal at home here, been very dominant. If we go over to the splits, as that loads up for you guys. Let's see. We got Jeffrey Springs on the other end. Just so we don't waste any time here. Away, Jeffrey Springs 2.45 ERA on the road. He struggles obviously in that AAA field that they got playing in right now for the Athletics, but on the road he's been phenomenal. A 179 batting average. And if we look deeper into the numbers, the home run per 9 is very low against righties. The average is 168. The whip is below 1. So fantastic numbers here. And going up against this Toronto lineup. And as you see in this, the first game, Toronto scored 12 runs in Thursday's game. I expect the total opposite to happen in this one here. And with these two pitchers on the mound, that should be very, very good. Chris Bassett, if it ever loads for me, he's been phenomenal at home. At home, 1.61 ERA at home. As you can see, drastic difference on the road, but at home in Rogers Center, that's where he feels very comfortable. And we're going to be going with the under in this one. So the total is at 7.5. I love the under 7.5 in this particular matchup. That's what we'll go with in this one. Secondary play would be the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line as a secondary play. In Citi Field here, we have the New York Mets 34 and 22 going against the Colorado Rockies 9 and 47. Starting pitcher here, Kyle Freeland 0 and 7 with a 5.86 ERA. Going up against David Peterson here 3 and 2 with a 2.79 ERA. This is obviously a big discrepancy in talent in teams. Mets are huge home favorites minus 350 with the comeback of the Rockies at a plus 275. Total run set at 8. Public bet percentage here, 97% of the bets, 88% of the money, all over the New York Mets. And for the total runs, 82% of the bets, 86% of the money on the over 8 total runs. All right. Now, this pitching matchup here, Kyle Freeland has been absolutely horrible this year. Dreadful at home, obviously, in Colorado, but he pitches a little bit better on the road, obviously. Not pitching in that friendly hitters park. When he's out of that, he's just given up a 4.25 ERA. But this is a lineup here in the New York Mets that's top 10 against lefties, and he's gonna have a tough job here going up against them. All right, he just faced the Yankees and he got blow up there, and this is another spot, another top 10 team versus lefties, and this is another situation where he's gonna have 1 through 9 bad situation each time. All right, so I'm loving the Mets and scoring runs here. David Peterson on the other end looks phenomenal at home, 2.91 ERA at home. And the benefit to this one here, this is a lefty versus lefty matchup with David Peterson as a lefty. The Rockies literally are dead last in the league against lefties. All right, so looking at their batting average, they're hitting .201. All right, against lefties. That is the worst in the league. And David Peterson, with his strikeout stuff, is in a perfect spot here. So this is going to be a clean sweep for me. Give me the Mets on the money line. Mets minus 1.5 is going to be the main play. And for the secondary play, I'm going to go with the over Mets team total. All right, over Mets team total as the secondary play. In Lone Depot Park here, we have the Miami Marlins 22-32 going against the San Francisco Giants 31-25. Pitching matchup here, Kyle Harrison 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA. Going up against Cal Quantrill 3-4 with a 6.09 ERA. Looking at this matchup here, we have the Giants as road favorites minus 180 with the comeback of the Marlins at a plus 150. Total runs at 8.5. Public bet percentage here, 89% of the bets, 92% of the money all over the Giants. For the total run, 66% of the bets, 59% of the money towards the over 8.5 on the total. All right. Now, Cal Quantrill, whenever we get him on the mound, you can definitely attack him. He's been putrid at home and on the road. 5.21 ERA at home, giving up a 296 batting average to righties. All right. So righties here, major issue, 2.57 home run per 9, a 424 batting average, a 2.29 whip, and a 444 BABIP. So across the board, this is a phenomenal spot for the San Francisco Giants. Kyle Harrison is serviceable. Miami is like middle of the pack against opposing lefties. So in this spot, I'm not expecting a stellar performance from Harrison. He might give up a couple runs here. Just looking at his numbers, giving up a 260 average to righties. If we're looking at the home run per 9, it's not egregious. Let's see where we're at. Home run per 9 is looking at, it's under 1 against righties. If it happens to be a lefty versus lefty matchup, he is giving up some power there. But they're mostly going to be starting righties against him. In this one, I like the Giants on the money line as the main play. The total runs over might be my second favorite play. Yeah. I'm going to go with so main play Giants money line. And then the secondary play will be over 8.5 in this one. I think, if anything, Kyle Harrison might get hit up a little bit, giving up some home run power, and then definitely the Giants are going to hit up on Kyle Quantrill as well. In Petco Park here, we have the San Diego Padres 31-23 going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates 21-36. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Mitch Keller 1-6 with a 3.66 ERA going up against Nick Pivetta 5-2 with a 2.72 ERA. Current odds for this one here, Padres are home favorites minus 200 with the comeback of the Pirates at a plus 165. Total runs set at 7.5. Public bet percentage here, 90% of the bets, 93% of the money all over San Diego. For the total run, 74% of the bets, 73% of the money towards the over 7.5 total runs. All right. Now, this matchup here, very, very intriguing. Nick Pivetta, absolutely outstanding at home, 1.44 ERA at home, a 143 batting average, a phenomenal 36 strikeouts as well in 31 innings. And it's across the board with a 30% K rate to lefties and righties. A whip is below 0.5 against lefties. So this is a great spot here against the poor Pittsburgh Pirates offense and Nick Pivetta. And then on the other side here, Mitch Keller has a road ERA at 2.88. He's absolutely elite on the road for some odd reason. Looking at his numbers, when you deep dive into it, against righties, he has a 30% K rate, 171 batting average as well to righties. This is a phenomenal spot for Mitch Keller, all right? You wouldn't expect that here, but when Mitch Keller is outside of Pittsburgh here, he is an ace. And this game here is screaming under to me. Both of these offenses, especially, well, as of late, Pittsburgh Pirates have awakened, scoring 19 runs in the last 2 games here. But then I think things will trend down in this one, especially after Padres were they exercised some demons against Miami, scoring 20 runs in 3 games. This one is gonna under for me. All right, top play here, under 7.5. I love that spot. With both of these guys pitching. And then our secondary play is going to be Pirates plus 1.5. All right, but definitely in this game, give me the under 7.5. In T-Mobile Park here, last but not least, we have the Seattle Mariners 30-24 going against the Minnesota Twins here, 32-25. Pitching matchup in this one, Zebby Matthews, 0-1 with a 7.71 ERA. Going up against Brian Wu, 5-2 with a 2.40 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this one here, Mariners are home favorites, minus 160, with the comeback of the Twins at a plus 135. Total runs set at 7.5. Looking at the public bet percentage here, 66% of the bets coming towards the Mariners. And for the percentage of money here, 50-50 down the middle between sharps here coming in on the money line for the Twins. All right, no information as of right now on the total runs, but let's look at the starting pitching matchup here. Brian Wu, so far this year has been outstanding. If we're looking at his splits, 0.93 ERA at home. He's very comfortable at home, really stepping into his own this season. He was coming in as a rookie 2023. Had his moments. 2024 was getting even better, and now this season he's taking it to a whole nother level, dominating against right-handed hitters here. 27% strikeout rate, 152 average. Whip to both is below 1, so phenomenal numbers here for Brian Wu. I love him in this spot. Zebby Matthews on this end here, I had to go with his career numbers because he has a small sample size this year. But it doesn't matter because his numbers are bad this year and last year as well, giving up a batting average of 300 to both lefties and righties. His home run per 9 against lefties is egregious at 3.04, and it is bad against righties as well at 1.29. Whip against lefties 1.86, whip against righties 1.52. So across the board here, this is a spot that the Mariners can take full advantage of. Top play here on this one, especially with a nice low money line. Give me the Mariners on the money line in this one. If I'm looking at a secondary play, I am going to take the Mariners team total over as the secondary play as a backup. But the main one here, Mariners on the money line, that's going to be our breakdown for the Friday slate in MLB. Let me know in that comment section down below if you agree or disagree. We definitely debate about that down below. Also, don't forget about that Patreon. You guys need to get locked in for the futures. I posted another future for the NBA, another future for the World Series as well, if you want to know who's going to be in the World Series. So get connected. Click on that link provided down below. You're getting full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to the group chat that goes up 24/7. It's your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.